Hey guys, let's make another Halloween soap. I'm calling this one a labor of love because this one took quite a while and a whole lot of patience. So first I'm mixing up a batch of black soap and I'm using charcoal powder for the black colorant, and I'm scenting this in a fragrance called Graveyard Shift. So I actually really liked the scent of this before I even read like what the notes were in it. So to my surprise, it has top notes of jasmine, middle notes of tonka powder, patchouli, yes, I said patchouli, and leather, and bottom notes of musk, amber, and wood. And trust me, I don't really smell the patchouli in it at all. It actually does smell really good. So I am now pouring this small batch of black soap into my molds and then letting that set up. Next, I am mixing up a batch of white soap, and I added a special pigment to this soap, and I will show you why at the end. After my black soap had set up, I am now pouring this white soap on top of the black. And then I am just repeating this process with the black soap and the white soap back and forth, one on top of the other until I have my mold almost all of the way full. Once I have my very last black layer poured, I am now using a scraper that I made myself out of some cardstock. I am just using a scraper to create a drip design on the very top. Next, I am mixing up a batch of green soap. And it was really important that I kept this batch fluid because I need to pour this on top of my soap, and it needs to fill in all of those grooves from where I just scraped that drip design. So my soap that is poured into the molds, I am done with for now, but I am still needing to create some soap for my embeds that are going to be on top of the soap. So I am just mixing up another batch of soap and splitting this off into 3 different containers. I'm going to have a large one that's going to be a very dark purple, a lighter one that is going to be white, and then another one that's going to be black. And I want these 3 colors to remain somewhat soft. I don't want them to get completely hardened. So I am placing them into some plastic wrap, and I'm wrapping them up really good so they will stay a little bit soft because I want these to be more like soap dough. So I let those 3 colors sit overnight, and now I am using these to form my embeds. The large batch of soap that I had covered was in a very, very deep purple color, and I am rolling out a whole bunch of these round balls, and these are going to be eyeballs. After I had all of these round balls rolled out, I am using that white dough to place a little white dot in the center of all of them. The black soap that I wanted to form into dough wasn't really working for what I wanted, so I ended up just making another batch of black soap, and I'm just piping a little black dot in the center of these eyeballs. Next, I am mixing up another small batch of green soap, and then I am setting this aside while I get ready to unmold my loaves of soap. So here I am unmolding those 2 loaves of soap that I poured yesterday. And then using my multi-bar cutter, I am cutting these loaves into individual bars. And this is what the soaps look like so far, but I am not done with them yet. Once my second batch of green soap had set up, I am pouring this into my piping bag. And then I am just piping a little bit on top of each individual bar. And then I'm placing those eyeballs on top, and I'm using that green soap as glue to keep the eyeballs attached to the bar of soap. And then I'm just repeating this process for all of the bars of soap. When I was finished, this is what the bars look like, and these are my Beetlejuice soaps. And that special pigment that I added to the white layers in this soap made it glow in the dark. So those white layers and the eyeballs, which is hard to see in the video, but the eyeballs are also glow in the dark. So those black and white stripes represent Beetlejuice's clothing. The green represents his green hair, and those eyeballs, I made them a really dark purple because he has that really dark purple eyeshadow like behind his eyes. So this is what my version is of the Beetlejuice soap. And these are headed to my curing racks now where they will cure for the next 4 weeks. But you can pre order these on my website right now at eartherella.com, and they will begin shipping the week of October 14th. Thank you so much for watching.